I feel slightly like a new person. After the hospital visit, I feel like I was low-key reborn. I was saying words in my head about people in order to ease anxiety. I don't really know how I figured out how to do this. I kind of started doing this at Camp Summer of 2016, which continued into things beginning with Joe. I also feel like I roped Joe into my life in some drastic, tripping, scary way, but that's a different story. So I'm saying thing in my head about people and about life in general to get me through difficult situations, which honestly allowed me to get a lot more done and made social situations much more enjoyable. This continued with Joe. It was really good. The sex was really fucking good. To this day, I don't identify as gay, even though it's better than any sex it had before. So I was getting to know Joe more and more, and doing the mind trick whatever things, and a lot happened after that. Finished sophomore year, and fall of junior year at Skidmore. One strange thing is family. Things changed somehow felt crazy tripping weird hard for some reason. The weird part is I'm still doing it. I'm saying the mind thinks as write this paragraph. And it sometimes, it's hard to describe how the mind trick things are related to this, but sometimes things in my experience that occur at the same time will sync up in some way. Such as noticing a change in my thinking while I'm in my room, and then noticing Dan speaking up downstairs in a particular way. And in that moment I feel like there's an underlying connection between those two events. My mind just instantly went there. Sometimes this strange connection thing can be fun and interesting, even helpful. But occasionally it scares the fucking shit out of me. And my anxiety overrides my logical brain, and syncing upness is taken to a tremendous extreme, and I find myself in bizarre trip-in land. In the particular instance of the day before going to the hospital, I remember feeling incredibly tripping, keyed into the underlying connections of things, as suggested by my brain. The strange part is that neither Joe nor Jules said they noticed I was acting any different than usual. This could be because I am a hider of emotions, or it could be that despite my inner trip pen, I was still able to engage and connect. Pretty cool stuff. I am also having some incredibly scary and horrible racist intrusive thoughts that are torturing me. So it seems like that's gonna lead me to something important in life. Or maybe it won't. Trying to go into Boston, want to listen to a lot of music. I feel roped into these camping trips. I don't like when people expect me to do things. I was feeling bad today. I don't like anyone. I don't want to do anything. Fuck. I went on a kayak journey and I feel like I almost died twice. The guy led us astray. He wasn't nice. Rapids, giant rapids. Melissa Jared and Tess Prospect. Ouch Z. Looking up albums, want to be a beautiful woman. These are thoughts for our next meeting. This is separate and session issue. I'm not feeling good about going to this class. My feeling of not wanting to go is coinciding with a kind of conflict I'm experiencing with my dad. Sometimes I feel like my dad is not being helpful enough when the Jeremy's life conversation is on the table. I feel he implies that my issues are my own fault, and although he attempts to help me by suggesting that all my issues are solvable, it kind of comes off as invalidating of my emotions. That being said, I know that it's not his job to solve my shit, nor are my struggles the result of anything he did. But I feel like this class is being pushed on me, which is okay. That will get me out of the house, my head anyway. I have this thought that he feels like I'm using my difficulties as an excuse to stay in my comfort zone or something like that, that he thinks I'm full of shit, which I might be. There's also another Joe issue. I've found that the things I say to myself in my head to reduce my anxiety are very ingrained in regard to my relationship with Joe. I feel that it's very hard to talk to be with him if I don't use them, and this feels like a bad sign to me. Not sure what the implication of these thoughts are. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Jeremy. That class was very unpleasant. Like very unpleasant. I don't like the thought of doing that 3 times a week for the next month. Even if it was half as hard as it was, like, fuck it. Do I have hope for real? Talking to Kenny has been hard. I have this fear that I am faking in order to get out of responsibilities. Cook dinner, salmon steaks, call music emporium, short laundry, short run. Fantasies of becoming well-known and respected art music, being interviewed on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. What do I do with this thought? Do I have that as a goal? I was playing guitar and I was thinking, I want to be famous. I want to make music that is well-known, well-regarded and good and art. And so, yeah, it's still there. How common is this? Chastising self for wanting that. I Am a Garbage Human Being album. The fact that Dan does things that bother me a lot makes me have this internal thing where I don't want him to do well or something. I don't like this. I feel like I want to do everything I can to raise kids that are not fucked in the head. I feel like it how to have normal conversations like with whoever I'm sitting with on the plane, or just I feel illiterate at casual interactions. Okay, talking on the phone sucks. Jeremy Katz album. Paper One's Oliver Cinderella in a Jar Lost in the World Jellyhead Salicide Al Gore theme. A way to take absolute despair and dread out of the equation or not let it have power over me somehow. The questions are okay. Untucked. RuPaul's Drag Race Episode 6 Katia. WHO knew my Myrtle Gainsbourg would steal the show? The asterisk Google's MYTRLE Gainsbourg asterisk. No results on Google. WTF, did she make this person up? My body lying here but also a carved out patch of the bed where my foot is touching. Art versus music. Humans have built-in instrument, no built-in art medium. I am a scourge on this earth. I'm a hopeless failure. 8:10 am. Open the garage. Fire type move. Crazy jewelry and piercings, PN face and body with poster board. Syncing up with other people, putting dancing into movements like serving food or chewing or speaking, dancing, singing, speaking. Rhythms and people speech, inspiration and heard rhythm of speech. Sounds like it could be part of a sad song or a rap song. Body language, dancing. Associations of people movements as dance or acting. Mom looking like she's in a play, reacting off her based on the play character that she was. Mostly I'm just a crazy person, I think. Potential to link up with people, have a connection based off of these music and dance, general art associations. Beginning with the pleasure of singing and dancing in of itself, it makes you feel better. What you act like, playing a character. Like if you can tap into that character playing music, art, inspiration. The possibilities seem limitless, but it's very hard to tap into. Going one level down and doing the mental rituals seemed better. Talk to Dan Beck about mental rituals with Joe and Juliana, how they seem to help the relationship. Like without them it seems like there would be less connection, less fun, more honesty. Like associations are infinite. Ariana singing and fans screaming. Like I feel like there's something here, maybe it's something that everybody already knows about and is tapped into all the time. Hard to say. I repeat what they say or do. Pleasure of singing and dancing and making music mostly. Marching to the beat of own drummer equals just having the Staying Alive song or John Jacob Jingle Hi Mary Schmidt in my head, and moving to the music or singing that song. Lips and mouth dancing to music. Not lip syncing the words but dancing in its own way that goes with the song. What's going through the head and bodies of others? Like if everybody has the same song in their head, they are more or less on the same page. Maybe they don't have a song, maybe it's just words of them talking, or others' voices, or it's images, or it's just silent. Drugs. Like they may be moving in a certain way that is kind of like a dance, or a archetypal character. Association. Like I can kind of get what they mean more if I make associations about their body language or speaking voice. Like I may not process the words fully, but based on the tonality or rhythm of their voice, I can get what they mean and respond to them truly, or not. I just feel like there's something huge here that I can tap into, but it's a lot of mental effort, and I'm slow at it. Life usually moves faster than I can process it. But those few times where I can keep up, it's fun. Like I speaking literally. Like people are talking to each other and I just can't keep up with what's going on. Like I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. Like I called go straight. Singing and dancing. Make the heart happy. Also want to record myself. Video audio want to do it. Visual audio. Performed recorded. Lean back I think stuff. Do. De facts audio as jewels. Slick jewels. Slick multimedia event. People running around on a stage with a rhythm in the background, maybe some dance and visuals, costumes and spoken word and writing. Music performance art costumes set strange avant-garde things happening. Go to an open mic. It chlorazepam usage. Should be fine I think. I was acting happy and I asked my mom if she could tell I took the Ativan. She said yes, I can tell. Shit bones, have fun galore, maybe it'll make sense later. Have fun with your two friends Sailor Moon. Ain't got no tears left to cry, so I'm picking it up. Shut your mouth. Perfect. Sounds like a jailbird marketplace saving your horrible things. Good looks, now that's what I call music. I'm begging you. I'm really begging you. I feel like I don't have any way to deal with this besides the lorazepam and just whatever perseverance I can muster. I'm afraid of failing and wasting time not living up to my potential. I want to tell Dan back about thinking that outside events are linked to inner thoughts about what I say in my head with regard to Juliana and Joe, my two closest relationships, and how I know what would happen if I stopped, and about how scary that is. The thought of stopping doing that, I feel like I would be defenseless. I do want to tell him. And I want to know. Talking about the things. Questions. Asking questions even tough, I fear them. Superstitious fearing questions. Gak yak 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 boom. Gal ek boom pow bam snap. It's not what it is, it's just that it is. Good first steps, mental rituals about Juliana and Joe, fear of questions. Incandescent reality, breaking point sound, green juice box, half knife, 7 snipper, Don wrench, velvet, great amber and snot, cleavage, pause, toll, ignition, feather, monster, gunfish, sniper, lifting, tax, morning star, snake oil, vagin, power wrench, cleave, inner feeling, diner, star, pleasure, sensation, knife, inner tube, blasting, chamber, vacuum socket, elevate, townhouse, brave, farsile, night bath, smelly, garbage, sneeze, topaz, ignitune, ignition is the word. Oh, I like this facile, night under rager, cleavage, cabbage patch, night cleaver, fast patch, inner cleaver, who undoom, give. Giant paintings of letter combos like GLK pop DFD Jews guy liver. Anyway, just thinking about stuff. I got that idea from the art class and Fabian's colors painting. Yeah, we vibing. I want something that's my own idea. Think about giant painting where color areas are words, letters, number, punctuation, all very colorful, powerful. Giant snakes give the gift. Og. STKJS8KJHHK8. SS saw do dos jai fi cheek 00000 and smack L 9827. Oh my god. So much Theo HUD.